Welcome back. Now, Christmas is coming, and our rebel without a clause is in Dublin's Fair City to check out one of the capital's most iconic cribs.
That's an iconic line right there. Yeah. Derek has been at the Mansion House all morning to take in this year's live nativity crib. How are you getting on, Derek?
Yes, good morning, Karen. We're loving the lines, by the way. Anyway, we're joined now by the coolest cat in town. You found your chain, right?
Absolutely. One of the biggest fears I have this year is losing it.
Absolutely. Now we have the Dublin Lord Mayor, Dahlia Rocha, as well as local farmer from all the way down in County Wicklow, Fionn Sherlock. He'll be with us in a few moments' time. First up, Lord Mayor, before we talk about the crib, let's talk about the capital, where we're at. It's great to see it back up on its feet.
Absolutely. I think in recent weeks we saw the very worst of Dublin, but since then we've seen the very best of Dublin. We've seen just how resilient the city is in terms of what we can put together. There's a fantastic campaign running at the moment, I believe, in Dublin. We've seen the footfall return to the city all over the weekend. I was all over the city the weekend and seen all the pop-up jazz bands, the pop-up ukulele bands, the Latinos going around on the streets giving people chocolates, all this kind of thing. Really good feeling, and it's great to see people back in the city.
Yeah, and there is a great atmosphere as well, isn't there?
Absolutely, and the atmosphere is brilliant. It's coming up to Christmas, but it's also so important. Like when you think retailers do about 38% of their business in this kind of period, and just supporting them, supporting the employment and supporting everything that it gives to the city. And
also everyone involved in Dublin City Council as well. They've done a smashing job, really, haven't they?
I've never been prouder than the entire team at Dublin City Council. Like we've seen in the immediate aftermath of what happened, we saw how quick that they got the capital city back up and running, and then since then, with everything that they've done in order to make the city a really enticing place to come into and to build that confidence, they've been absolutely amazing.
Now, how long are you in the job?
I'm here since the end of June.
Since the end of June. You moved in with your good lady wife.
I did indeed, yeah. We're living in a mansion house, which is one of the most surreal experiences in the world.
Originally from Ballyfermot. So what's it like being living in the mansion house?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say it's the greatest honour and privilege that I will have in my life, and I'm very conscious in 20, 30 years, this is the year that I'll be looking back on going, Janie, do you remember that year I was living in the mansion house? You know, it's such an honour, such a privilege. As Lord Mayor, you get to see really the best of the city. You get to go around to all those community groups. You get to see everything that's good that's going on. It's absolutely wonderful.
And one of your priorities as Mayor was to bring back the crib, the live crib.
It was indeed. Would you believe, since I got elected, the most common question by an absolute mile was, Lord Mayor, will you bring back the crib? Will you bring back the crib? Will you bring back the crib? So I was delighted over the last week and a half to have the animals back in the mansion house.
And back in the mansion house, and for the first time we're going to speak to one of the farmers here. Good morning to you, Fionn. You're a local farmer all the way from County Wicklow. So Fionn, you're responsible for bringing the animals here each and every day.
Yeah, the animals, they come here every morning, 11 to 4 the hour, so they come here every day. As you say, a lot of people mightn't be aware, the animals go home to the farm in Enniskerry there every morning and evening there, and like they have, as you can see here, they have full access to hay, straw and water there and everything, and the meal there as well. So no, they don't stay here at night, they're brought home to Enniskerry, yeah.
And Fionn, you're up at the crack of dawn, so for about 24, 25 days you're bringing them in and out each and every day.
Oh yeah, in and out every day. Like as I said, it's a big commitment. Like my mum and dad and my twin sister Aoife there, it's a family commitment.
It's a family affair, isn't it? And if you can't do it, obviously you're an auctioneer, then mum or dad will bring them in and load them up on the trailer each and every morning.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm here this morning, now tomorrow I'll be down in Enniskerry. They have a cattle sale there tomorrow, so my mum, my sister will be here tomorrow, and they'll bring the animals in for 11 o'clock in the morning. They'll be here for the day, and then they go home at 4 o'clock back to Enniskerry, and the process is repeated then all the way up to Christmas Eve. We're here till 1 o'clock on Christmas Eve as well.
Now,
yeah.
Animal welfare, some people may be watching this morning and go, look, this is animal cruelty. What do you say to that?
Look, you're going to have people that have concerns for these animals. Like, you know, they're all they're inspected by the vet before they come here. They're fit to travel. Like, as I mentioned to you before, my father is actually a blacksmith, so the donkey's feet are taken care of there. But I know all the animals, as you can see behind you there, the sheep are sleeping there. They're well looked after, and there's no difference between them being at home in the shed. The shed, it's very high quality here where they're staying, like the stables, it's state-of-the-art facilities here, and actually there's heaters in there as well, so they're well looked after, yeah.
And Fionn, you meet a lot of people that come here, and you were telling me earlier on there's actually people that don't know the difference between a donkey and a horse.
No, like that's why it's a huge part of Christmas, like the live animal crib, just to give people the exposure, whether it's children or anyone in general. Like a lot of people might, you know, they get mixed up, they're not sure if it's a donkey or a horse. Like someone only asked me there last week, was it a horse or a donkey? Like you kind of looking at them saying, how do you not know the difference? But and the other side of it is too, a lot of people don't have the exposure to animals like I would in the countryside. So no, it is great, and even just to see what they've been fed, and you know, if they have any questions about, you know, anything at all. Like,
Animal welfare or raising animals, and there we have it. Like, there's a big interest in it, Mayor, isn't there?
Absolutely. Thousands of people are here every day enjoying everything that we have to offer at the Mansion House as part of the Dublin Winter Lights programme and the live animal crib.
Yeah, can we talk about the lights as well? You've got that lovely sleigh as well, and for the first time ever, wheelchair accessible.
Absolutely. So one of my big themes this year is that we're inclusive. So when we were sitting down and having a chat about what we were going to do with the Mansion House this year, very much so, the sleigh is wheelchair accessible for the first time ever. Be over my shoulder here, there's a sensory room for those that might need just a little bit of a moment just to step out and just to, you know, just to take that minute. So yeah, lots going on here at the Mansion House. It's all part of the Dublin Winter Lights programme. It's going on in Merrion Square and all around the city. We've all our big buildings lit up, so an exciting time for Dublin.
By the way, before we let you go, what are you doing for Christmas?
What am I doing? I have, well, the Lord Mayor's tradition visits Temple Street and Crumlin Children's Hospital. We'll serve lunch with the Knights of Columbanus in RDS, and then I'll have my own family into the Mansion House for dinner later on that evening.
Am I invited?
Absolutely.
There you have it, from the horse's mouth, so to speak. We got an invite for Christmas lunch. Back to you in studio, Carmela Margaret.
That sounds good, Derek. Thank you.
That was lovely.
Oh, great stuff. Great to see the Mansion House looking so well.
It looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? Now.